Good morning, everyone. This is Julie McDonald with Microcom Technologies, and I'd like to thank all of you for attending today's webinar with Jonard Tools. Today's host is Brian Graves. He is their Director of Product Management and Sales for the U.S., and he'll be presenting today. If anyone has any questions, please be sure to submit them in the question box so that Brian can answer them at the end of today's presentation. Brian, thank you so much for being with us today. Appreciate it. Please go ahead and take it on over.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for having us. Like I said, my name is Brian Graves. I'm with Jonard Tools. We are a manufacturer of tools, fiber tools, cable and security tools, as well as wire wrapping tools. Right now we have over 700 tools in our product line. We make an average of 2 tools a month that are new, and we'll get to that through this presentation. When you see what you're seeing on your screen there, we are the manufacturer of precision hand tools, security alarm, fiber, telecom, VDV, satellite, and wireless electronic industries. We've been around since 1958, our first year of business, and still going strong through the release of fiber tools, KTV tools. When talking about our tools, through over 700 active products, selling through distribution only, and maintaining our relations with those distributors. We have a very competitive pricing, easy on the dealers or the individual's pocketbook, if you will. Our tools come with a 100% lifetime warranty. When I'm saying that is, when you buy the tool from your distributor, if you had a problem with that tool, which is very slight, that tool comes back to the distributor, he gives you another one, and you walk out the door, they handle it through me, and we give them a credit or a new stocking tool. Our tools are immediately in stock. We ship within 36 hours. All of our tools, when you go to our website, www.jonard.com, they have a video of each of our tools, of how it works, what it's used for, and all that. That's on every tool that we make. Our tools are basically used in the telecom, MSOs, and cable manufacturers out there, as well as the fiber manufacturers. We have very close relationships with the people you see there listed. The top 3, AT&T, Verizon, and CenturyLink, if you go out to their trucks across the United States, our tools are the only tools used in those trucks. We have gone through all their testing and all their, I don't know what you want to call it, their diagrams, and to make sure it passes all their requirements, that they only allow our tools to be used on their trucks, which is a good thing. The owner of our company, when he sees these trucks on the road, he'll stop and go check to make sure that these installers and these cable manufacturers are out there using our tools, and if they have any problems with our tools. So we're very strong on that. Comcast is bringing our tool on is 100%, as well as Liberty Global. So they're out there in the market and used quite often. The product overview of our tools that you'll be seeing here today: security and alarm, wire, cable strippers, fishing tools, fiber optic tools, punch downs, alignment tools, soldering tools, burnishers, everything that you see on this flyer. I'm gonna just show you just a little bit of the tools that are our most popular tools that we use in the industry today. Like I say, there's a ton more tools on our website and can be looked at on the website. And if you have any issues, you can please call me or email me saying, hey, I'd like to see this tool, and therefore I would send it out to you as a demo. Security and alarm tools is where we'll start. These tools here that you see are in the top left is our glow rod section, RD1530, and our newest section that we've just come out with are 9-foot glow rods that are 18 inches long. We've had a lot of people ask for that. They could carry them in their backpacks and such, so we've offered that tool. We've also come out with a new whisk that has just hit the market in the last week with a light. Very nice tool. I wish I had a way to show it to you, but if you'll get my email here at the end. I can send you pictures of it and so on. The magnet cable guide, that tool on the bottom left there, the yellow one, It's great for doing uneven walls, 90-degree walls, buttons, if you will, for your security system. If you have an uneven wall or a 90-degree wall, you can screw that one lead here on the top where it's showing you screwing into the red wire. These have red, blue, white, gray, and black for different sizes of wire. You screw it on your wire, and then the other end has earth magnets, and you can put it in your blind wall. The magnets find each other, then you can pull it through. That's either in a 90-degree or an uneven wall that's a little higher or lower than your other wall you're putting it through. The MRS-24 is the system that we have there, the magnetic retrieval system. That does not have a memory. You can wrap that around your wrist, then turn around and straighten it out, put a 90-degree in it, whatever you're looking for, and it has a heavier magnet. There's two magnets, one on each end, one smaller than the other, as you can see there. So that depending on what you're doing, you can use these two magnets for doing wall fishes or coming down a wall where it's got insulation, non-insulation, and being able to pull your chain. Comes with a 10-foot ball chain here with a hook on it so it will not fall through the hole you've drilled in your header, as well as an extendable hook. Most people out there in the world have used a hanger, if you will, and put a little hook on the end of it. We've made something that fits in your pocket for you. The MP700 magnetic cable retriever is basically just that. You put it in insulation, non-insulation, drop it in your wall. This long piece with the handles, heavy duty earth magnet, and that you can drag this lead magnet anywhere you want in the wall through insulation, bring it to your hole, and pull your wire through. The WTL12 wall box template and leveler, it's good for single and dual gang boxes. For the individual that's out there wanting to make his boxes the same size all the way around or level and make it match what's already in the person's home or business, and horizontal or vertical on that. The next one that you see there is our wire cable, and for insulation as well, we have the two cable caddies, the 50-foot fish tape and 240-foot fish tape. And then we have the AHC10, which is our newest addition, our 2 to 10-inch, hole cutter. Put it up into the ceiling, and you can cut it for cans or speakers, and it holds all the dust and the piece that you drill out. We are offering within the next month or so, month and a half, one that does this with a vacuum attachment, and we'll be selling that one as well. The Arditi 18K is just that. It weighs 2.5 pounds, about 3 foot tall, but it extends out to 18 feet. Has a K-tip and a J-tip on it, so that you can extend it out over high ceilings or through drop down ceilings to be able to grab your cable. And our whisk will screw onto that with the light so that you can see where you're going. This is just one of the kits that we offer. We offer mini toolbox kits, if you will, to where you see the blue case there. This is a security kit that we offer that has all kinds of different crimpers, cutters, dikes. It's got the multifunction cable tester, tone and probe kit. So you can go out there and look at our tools and make this kit basically to anything that you're wanting, or just buy the case, if you will. So, and just have one that you know that's used for that. We also make one for fiber. You'll see here in a few, but you can make it for any kind of kit that you want to. This is just our most popular kit that sells out there and has everything that the gentleman needs when he's going to the job. Telecommunication, our newest addition to the line that you see on the bottom left there. The picture is kind of terrible, sorry about that. Is a UC4569. That is a feed-through crimper with replaceable blades that you can use for our RJ45 or RJ50, 6 or Cat 5 fittings that are feed-through fittings. We've had a lot of people out in the industry testing these fittings for us, and they say that they love them, they work. We use a 3-bar system with 0.50 gold in it to be able to give you the right crimp and the right connection for each one that you're using for your Cat 5 or Cat 6. The UC4568, you've probably seen that out in the market every day. Like I said, all of our tools have a lifetime warranty, and we are the manufacturer of a lot of tools that you'll see on here. We do OEM tools for other people. So you may say, oh, it looks like somebody else's. It might, but it might have a red handle instead of a blue handle or something like that. But we do manufacture a lot of tools. The TK17 punch down toolkit is just that. It's a case that goes onto your belt, and it has all those tools listed there in that kit. So if you had a new person or yourself as new starting out in the industry and you're wanting to come on board, you could get that kit. So when you walk out and see a hole in that pouch, you're like, oh, I forgot my flashlight, or I forgot my punch down tool. You'll be able to know what's in that kit and missing. The EPD 91461 is basically our most popular. It comes with 66 and 110, which is the most popular out in the industry, but we do offer 7 different punch down tools with different blades as well on our website. Wire strippers, these are one of our, probably the first 3 there in yellow handles are our most popular: 10 to 20, 16 to 26, and 20 to 30 gauge wiring. We do offer others that you'll see here soon, but those are our most popular wire strippers that we have on the market out there. The flush cutter pliers are great for doing boards, fine tuning on wire if you need to get in real close. And then of course the WS5, which is an adjustable wire stripper and cutter that you can adjust to whatever size you're needing it and use it that way every single time, so that you don't have to keep playing and looking for what size hole you're looking for on your 10 to 22, 16 to 26, or 20 to 30. So those right there, a lot of people buy those, and very, very popular out there in the industry right now. Test equipment, here's just a few of our top that we use for test equipment. The PT300 pocket continuity. Back in the day when I was out there doing it, a lot of people called it the crack pipe, if you will. But it does one single line. If you had a head-end system and you're looking for one line, or you go to a business and they say, I need to know where that wire is, you can just put it on one end on the wall plate and go out and tone it into where all the wires are, and you would find it. The same thing with the TETP 900. That does all your phone and wiring as well. You can use the CM8 or the MCT 468 modular tester with the TETP 900. So a lot of different tools that you can use together there in those 3 to be able to say, hey, I've got this covered to where I can use it. That mapping that you see down on the bottom left, the CM8, will do up to 8 different lines to be able to say, I want number 1 here, number 8 over here, or something, so that you know exactly where those are when you're mapping out a business or a person's home. Our fiber optic tools, as you can see there, you've seen that out in the industry. It might be a green handle or a red handle or an orange handle, but that's our fiber optic tool. That stripper there does all the way to the glass with one tool when you're doing your fiber. You'll see that here in just a minute. Here's another kit for fiber. Like I said, this box or this case you can buy by itself, not very expensive, roughly $50 retail, I believe it is on there, 54, and put whatever tools you're looking for. We've made this one into a fiber kit. That's our most popular, and it tells you what you're doing here for doing wire stripping or mid spans. Some of our fiber tools that we have here, the FOD 2000 is a drop cable slitter. It does flat cable. We also make one that does round cable, the 3000, so that if you had some cable that's up on a pole or up on the side of a building and you needed to do a flat piece of cable and strip it to where you could look inside and fix whatever you're looking for, that right there does it. Comes apart so you can slide it on each side of the cable, slip it back together, and do your strip. The Jig 125 fiber optic is basically the same thing. It adjusts so that you can use it for fiber. If you're just taking the outer sheathing out, you can use it for that tool so that you can do a whole bunch of those. The 375 is the ones you saw in the picture prior. It is a 3-hole cutter that does the outer sheathing all the way down to the glass. For those of you that's done fiber or wanting to get into fiber, that tool right there is a must. You will need that when you're starting out in the fiber world, and you'll use it just about every day when you're doing fiber. The Jig 200 is basically a 200 micron. So if you're using fiber wire that's 200 micron, it does the same thing as the Jig 375. It's just made for 200 micron because that's big out in the industry right now. Our newest additions that we've come up with and have won awards for on our patents are the MS6 and 26, and then over to the MS306 to 426. When looking out there in the industry, you may see some of these as through your distributor. The MS6 and MS26 are mid-span slitters. They will do the slitting, but you need a ring tool for that. You'll see the ring tool here in just a bit. The MS306 down to the 426 has the ring tool and the slit tool all in one tool, so you don't have to carry two tools around. Lifetime warranty on the tools, replacement blades, so that you can do whatever sizes you're looking for there in millimeters to do a mid-span when you're out there looking at, hey, I've got a wire cut, I need to go do a mid-span, fix it, and then heat shrink it back together. That tool does that for you. When I said the ring tool, that's what this tool here in the middle is. It is a ring tool. That tool is what you use on your cable before you use this MS6 or 26. The MS306 does not need that ring tool that you see here because it is made inside this tool, so that you have to carry just one tool. But they're still available, and people do use them for backups. The CST 1900 is our round cable sliter. We have that in two different sizes, large and small, so that you can do that in straight wire down or wrapping wire as well. When you look at the video on how to work that tool, it's a great little tool. It will cut the outer sheathing off completely and strip it for you for doing those out there in the field. The Jig 1022, again, is that 1022 AWG. Everybody carries those around when you're doing all kinds of different wiring, and I just put it in here in the deal, as well as the WS5 wire stripper and cutter, because those two tools are a must out there in the market today. The ST450 is basically a precision wire stripper for 26 to 36 gauge wire. You can imagine what that wire looks like, and you can precise make the same cut on every wire with that tool. We offer 3 different models of that wire stripper. Talking about fiber tools, there's one thing that you're going to need when you're out there, and that's the Jig 186 Kevlar cutting shears. And when I say Kevlar, most people go, well, that's what cops wear on under their shirt, their vest, or Kevlar. That will cut the Kevlar on a cop's vest, police officer's vest. They are Kevlar shears because fiber has Kevlar in it, and you need a precision cutting shear to be able to do that. So those are great shears to have in your pocket. The fiber cleaver, just for doing fiber, gives you your measurements of what you're looking for so that you can cut it precise each time. Fault locator is basically that. If you had a wire that was 10 foot, if you had a wire that was 100 foot or longer, that is infrared. You put it on your fitting, put the fault locator on your wire, and push the button. It would send an infrared through your cable. If you don't see anything but coming out the very end, that means you have a good wire. If you saw a fault in the wire, like a red light shining there, you know that you have a fault right there, and that needs to have a mid-span done and to have it fixed, or you have to run a new wire. So that's what that's for. The riser slitting tool, the potato slicer, if you will, that does flat cable, round cable, so that you can cut the sheathing off heavy duty cable, as well as the ratcheting cable slitter. That has an adjustment on this red head that you see here, and then the blade sets right down here, and it has different lengths that you can adjust. And then this is, once you hook that into your outer sheathing, this tool ratchets down however far you want to. You then turn it in your hand at a 90, go around the cut, and then your wire is cut completely off. So those are for like heavy duty plastic that you've got a whole bunch of wires into. So you would use that first, then you would go back and use a mid-span or something like that to be able to get to the wire you're looking for. The FCT 100 fiber connecting tool is just that. My hands are a little chubby on the ends, and people's hands just don't get into the head ends or to the boxes where you've got to get your connector out. That tool has the little end on it to where you push down the connector and then pull it out and then put it back in. Every time you touch a fiber fitting, it needs to be cleaned. We're going to talk about that in just a second, but you have to clean that fitting every time you touch it, even if you use those pliers. There's your fiber optic power meter. It gives you what your power is for each one of your fiber fittings, and then your inspection scope. Once you touch a fitting, you can use these scopes to be able to look inside the fitting and on the cable and see the glass. Once you touch a fitting, you can't believe how dirty it is. When we go to our shows and everything, we show this tool a lot. People are just amazed at what fiber looks like and then how dirty it is. And then once we clean it with these tools that you see here in the next slide, and then we put it back on the inspection scope, it's crystal clear and you can see just the glass. It's amazing what a piece of fiber looks like through a scope. Here's your cleaners that you need. These are our most popular ones that we have, the 120 to the 250. They're punch downs, singles, if you will call them that. A lot of people call them one punches. Basically, you put your fitting on it, and then you can clean your fitting on your fiber. The FCC 300 is a universal. So you put your whole fitting on this little piece right here, slide it back, and now it's clean. So if you didn't have any one of these three tools, this tool would do that for you. As long as you're cleaning your fittings, that's what's important. Our hand tools that are out there are our scissors and knives, or some of the ones you've seen out there. Lots of people have seen this TK400 splicer kit out in the industry. It's been in the industry for years and years, but that's that kit. This is the pair of scissors that everybody says, oh, that'll cut a penny in half. That's that kit. The heavy duty scissors with wire stripper are just these, the Jig 183. Nice pair of scissors that work for you. The communication scissor is an upgrade scissor from this one here. A lot of people like this one. It's just a little heavier duty. And then our knife and scissor sharpener. That little sharpener will do just about everything you want, your pocket knife to scissors. And I've used it on my kitchen knives, and the darn thing works pretty darn well. So it's a great little tool to have out there in your shop or in your truck or van, and helps you keep these things sharp for you. Pliers, we make all kinds of different pliers, from our diagonal dikes or wire cutters, if you will, the Jig 2288 or the Jig 7858. We make one with straight head or curved head, if you will, different lengths. The combo Crimper long nose, the Telecom long nose with butt plier in the middle. Those are good for doing your wiring or pulling wire, things like that. Your Lineman's B side cut pliers. We make two different ones of those. This is our most popular one, and then we make one that's got a connecting tool right here to be able to crimp connectors. It's got a crimper head in it to be able to crimp heavy duty wiring. Three different ones here that you see for coax cable. We make about 5 of them, but it does 3/4 up to 1 inch or down to 1/2 inch. Those, and one does steel, as you can see there in the middle, is 725. So different types of cable cutter high leverage, if you will, that offer out there when you're doing bulk wiring, that you're going to need to cut it, because these little dikes right here or these over here just won't cut that for you. I'm not sure if everybody out there that's listening understand the way color coding works. A lot of people, when they look at our tools or anybody else's, they go, well, they're always red or they're yellow. That is an industry standard out there from the electrician world, to where anything that has a red handle on it means it's a cutter. So if you're looking out there in the industry and you see a red handle, you know that it will cut cable or wire. If you see a yellow handle, it's basically for the telecom world, and or doing needle nose pliers. This set that you see here, this 3/4 here, that's our older style that we made for a company. They wanted yellow handles on it. and we put that on there, and that will be changed to the red as very, very soon. We didn't used to have a 3/4. We had a company that wanted 3/4, so we made that for them. Insulated tools. We don't have a lot of insulated tools that we offer out there in the world right now, but this is one of our most popular kits. Coors and Budweiser use this kit in their industry, as well as a lot of electricians. 1,000-volt lifetime warranty. There's our 7-piece insulated screwdriver kit that comes in this case by itself, or you can buy the 11-piece, which has all the screwdrivers and then some dikes. This is a wire stripper here. Here's your dikes again, another set, and then your long nose. So out there in the industry, you'll see some of these kits that look just like this. That is a national standard that they have to be yellow and orange. That's not something that we did or Klein did. It's something that had to be done in the industry. When looking at the pricing for this set of industries, you'll find them out there at $600-700 with sometimes a limited lifetime warranty. That kit from us retails for $155 with a lifetime warranty. So great kit to use if you know anybody or you yourself needs it. There the kit is. We do offer screwdrivers and nut drivers as well. The 8-piece, or you can buy them individually, as well as a 7-piece nut driver set. We do not offer metric, not at this time, but you can buy any one of those individually. The SD61 is our multi-screwdriver, multi-tool 6-in-1. So it has just about everything you're needing into that kit. And when we say that, we put that in all those kits that you saw prior that go on the side of your belt, because that's a multi-tool and it has just about everything you need. The TK19 is one of our most popular smartphone tablet repair tool kits, head-end kits. Very small, does a lot of camera work, head ends, cell phones. It has everything you're looking at: suction cup, guitar pick, and tweezers, and about 12 different multi-bits in that. And for a retail price of being like $21, a great little tool kit. We sell a lot of those, a lot of installers and stuff like that kit. That's basically what I was wanting to show you, kind of in a quick overview of our tools. And there's my information right there with my email, my cell phone if you'd like to have it, and there's our website. Please go to our website, look at the tools. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call me. Leave a message. If I don't answer, please, I will get back to you, or just send me an email. I will get back to you and send you pictures if need be. One thing that I will say that we do on our Facebook page is that we do live events. We have one coming out tomorrow that's going to be able to show different tools that we offer, brand new tools. And if you go on to jonard.com and go into our Facebook page and join, we have a free tool Friday. Every other Friday, we give away a free tool. So it's very lucrative for you to go out there, look at these online trainings, and also sign up. You might just win a free tool. The one that we're doing tomorrow, for example, is this, the quick sleever. It's basically showing you how to do your fiber loading, provide a guide to be able to put it in correctly with one quick and easy step. It's a brand new tool we just came out with, and be amazed on how that little thing works with all your plastic sleeves to be able to work for doing your fiber. So again, join us on Facebook. There's the links right there. If you had them or if you want them, I can send them to you. Please just email me and I'll send you the links with YouTube or Facebook, and then you can join in and possibly win a free tool. Is there any questions? That's all I got for the deal, but if there's any questions, I'd love to answer them if I could.
Thank you, Brian, for that wonderful presentation. And yes, it looks like we've got some questions here for you. Let's get started with the first one. Can you tell us, yes, thank you. Can you tell us where Jonard tools are manufactured?
We are based out of New York and have been since we started. We do have our tools being made over in Germany. We have some made over in Japan and Taiwan. We've pretty much gotten away from the China deal. We still may have one or two that's being made there, but we're trying to take all of our tools out of there. The reason that we do overseas for our tools is just because a lot of the metal is cheaper over there, so that we can get it over here and then inspect them and make them. That's why we offer a lifetime warranty.
Excellent. Thank you, Brian. Next question here for you. If one wants to stay out of actually getting into an attic, what tool would you recommend to run cable?
Basically, if you have can run, let me go back up here in the presentation real quick. If you can use these RDG 30, I have that kit that I just did some wiring for one of my friends. It's opened up a new business and did 24 cameras for him. And I used this RDG 30 with I was testing out our new egg beater, if you will, with the light on it. It works really, really well, so that you can either reach in with the hook that you can see there, so that if you push it up through your side of your house on the outside and then push it up in the attic, you can reach in and grab it with that, so that you can just pull it to your opening that you're sitting on the ladder at, as well as you can also use this telescoping pole that'll reach in there and grab the wire from you. I understand, especially in the Midwest, that getting into attics is hot. I mean, you can be in there 5 minutes and you thought you were in there for 2 hours. I understand that completely. So being able to push your cable up there through your header and then reaching out and grabbing it with one of those tools, especially the glow rods, because they do glow, is great, because you can also put the whisk light on it.
Excellent. Thank you, Brian. Next question here for you. If one wants to have hands-on testing the tools, what would be your suggestion? Is there any way that for example, are there any partners that have an in-house inventory where one can walk in and actually use and see and touch your tools? What would you suggest?
So I travel across the country and do shows for our distributors, as well as we do the CEDIAs. All those of the world, they all kind of got, with this COVID thing going on, they've all kind of gotten canceled this year. And that's why I'm doing a lot of webinars and trainings online. Our distributors do offer those to where you can go in and test them. When I'm there, you can come in and test any tool that you want. Again, the reason my information is sitting up there, I had a gentleman that was in Phoenix, November of last year. He called me because he didn't get to make one of my shows, but his installer did, and says he really liked our RDG 30 glow rod kit. He called me and said, hey, is there a way I can get one of these to test? I sent him a set of the glow rods, told him, please test them, put his hands out there, give them to his guys, let me know how they work. A week later, he bought 30 sets for his guys. So we can definitely help you out if you're wanting to demo a tool. We get all your information, we send it to you so you can demo it. And then, we go from there. After you get through demoing it, I'd like talking to you and working emails, and we see where we can go from there. But we do help dealers out there get to know our tools very well. And I
fantastic.
Doing
go ahead.
Training. I will be back out there doing trainings and going to ISC West and East and CEDIA and all that stuff. Unfortunately, they've just canceled them this year.
I understand, but thank you, Brian, so much, especially for those that really would like to, demo your tools. Thank you for that information, and of course your contact information to get in touch with you regarding that. Next question here.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to interrupt you. And they can also go to distributors like yourself that are next to you and talk to you about it. And once you guys reach out to me, if the tool is there, definitely work through them with the distributor as well, because we can make that happen too.
Excellent idea. Thank you so much. Next question here for you. I know you have lots of preset kits. What do you recommend be in every technician's truck?
Well, I guess I need to ask a question. Is he doing fiber or telecom security or a little of both? Or, I hate to ask that question after answer a question with a question, but it kind of helps me know what he's looking for or she's looking for.
Yeah, it doesn't specify, but if you could just use your expertise and give your advice, that would be great.
Now, so I guess if I was out there starting into the world and getting into fiber and telecommunication, I'd have a set of glow rods, if you will. I'd have this MRS-24 because that tool is a lifesaver. This little wall buck. So I mean, you're looking at roughly, let's call this a $100 bill. You're looking at $20 bill here. You're looking at a $10 bill here, just for those three tools. You could get this, but you could live without it, the 18-foot pole, but those three are a must. And then I would get me some wire cutters, obviously, and a multi-function screwdriver. And then maybe the 4569 if he's doing a lot of Cat 5, Cat 6 stuff, and some fittings. And then this punch down toolkit, this TK17, which retails for about 160 bucks, but it has everything you want to do if you're doing all kinds of telecommunication. That kit right there gives you everything you need just for doing that. So, and then goes from there. And then, of course, if you get into the fiber world, some sort of, you need this three-way stripper here, the Jig 375, to get it to where you can strip wire and get it down to where you can put a fitting on it. Those are tools that are must. I mean, you're going to be out roughly, you know, $300 to $400 retail price, but that's going to get you covered and get you starting on the job.
Excellent. Thank you for that, Brian. Next question here for you. If anyone needs to reach your customer service department, should they go through Microcom or is there a customer service hotline? What do you suggest?
Well, I always like them to start with a distributor because a distributor like yourself, Microcom, might just have the answer and or the tool that they're looking for. Of course, Microcom is one of our partners and we do a great deal of business with them, and we always have a hand-on experience with you, Microcom. And if one of your dealers did call us and saying, hey, I'm buying from Microcom, once we got through talking to them, we would call you or email you saying, hey, your dealer, John Smith, at this phone number called us. He's looking for this tool, and he's wanting to have an idea. We always like to keep our distributors in the loop of what's going on out there. You could always call jonardtools.com. We have a great bunch of people that work there in the service industry that will help you out and answer some questions. But of course, they may send you back to myself or Wayne, because both of us are out there doing this every day, answering questions, answering emails. So that's why I gave you my information right there. You know, I may have some answers. I don't have every answer, but I know that Wayne might know the answer or our owner. So I can definitely get you the answer, but most of the time I can pretty much figure it out. But we always like for them to go through Microcom, and because Microcom just might be able to help them if they're in your industry and wanting to buy from you because they're close to you, or Microcom can do a three-way call with myself just to keep you in the loop and let you know what's going on. We try to keep a great relationship with our distributor.
Thank you for that, Brian. Last question here for you. You mentioned there's a lifetime warranty. However, what is your policy on returns if someone had to return anything?
So like I was saying in there, maybe I said it a little too fast, I'm sorry for that. If you had a warranty issue on one of our tools, you would basically take it back to the distributor that you bought it from, and they would issue you another tool. And no questions asked. It's going to be, I have a set of dikes and they broke. He's going to give you another tool. She's going to give you another tool. You're going to walk out the door. At that time, the distributor will call me and get a RMA, and we'll take care of it with our distributor, where we either offer a credit to the distributor for the next PO they're going to place with us for tools, or we send them a replacement they can put on the shelf for the one that they just gave to the dealer that walked in. But the dealer's service is basically, we try to keep them running. We know that their time is very valuable out there in the world, and you know, all they need to do is, oh, a tool broke. Like I said, we don't have many tools break. We really don't. But they do happen, and you know, their time is very valuable. So if you mailed it to them, they may call you and say, hey, I need another tool. I need it mailed. Basically, a distributor calls me. I mail them direct the tool, and we take care of it from there. We don't have a three-way chain.
Brian, thank you so much for answering all those questions for us today. And also thank you to everyone for attending today's webinar. And if anyone has any further questions, please feel free to contact your sales rep or email us at sales@microcomtech.com. And if you wish to view the products mentioned today, please visit us at www.microcom.us. And also, please remember this webinar presentation has been recorded and will be uploaded to our Microcom YouTube channel so you can view it again. Brian, appreciate your time today, your valuable information, and this wonderful presentation. Everybody, have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.